Good morning.
Good morning.
So Dash is in the habit of eating toast and putting the chocolate chips he earns on his toast while we are learning our reading. So I thought I'd talk for a few minutes while he enjoys his toast. So we have been learning how to read with a method that we have created that is called clue reading, and it kind of combines a different bunch of methods, not just phonics, because sometimes phonics just aren't the easiest for kids. My older son has dyslexia, and phonics was not the way to learn for him. So I've kind of combined some of the things that I learned in working with kids over the years and kind of come up with a new system that has been working really well. So if you want to back up a few videos and just look for any of the videos we have about clue reading, you'll get to see some of how that goes. We're at the phase now where we've learned the sounds of the words, we've learned some special sounds as we've gone along, and then we take these little word cards, which I've added to in phases. We have a phase 1 group, a phase 2 group, a phase 3 group, and so on. And he gets really good at learning these words and can see the picture on the back. So these are our word cards. And then I went and combined them into groups of sentences. So we have a group 1 group, and then we have a group 2 group, and then we have group 3 and group 4. So we just keep on expanding the sentences that we use. And then we also, sometimes kids can't figure out the sounding it out thing. But sometimes when they see the word as a shape, or when they see it in a group of words, then we teach them how to figure it out. So, you know, he may not know what this word is, but he can read the other words, and being able to read the other words can give him the clue of what this word might be. So then we compare his sight word cards to the sentences that we use. So we're going to go through some of that, and we just keep adding on to the sentences. So Dash, without trying to smack too much while you're learning, peanut butter face, sun butter face, are you ready? So I've got 2 new sentences for you today, and I want to show you, here's one of the last sentences we learned last week. Can you see that?
I have a mug.
Yes. So this new sentence is very similar to that last sentence that you learned. Do you see? This is the same as that one. This is the same as that one. Yep.
Have
same as that one. So we have a new word.
Fan.
Fan. So he remembers what it looks like here, and sometimes it's just spatial memory. And so I always put this word card out so that he can remember how that looks and how that was in his brain, just in case he can't sound it out on the sentence. So now, Dash, we're going to take that and we're going to deconstruct.
How about
We're going to take it apart.
how about we do that for I can't see it.
Sure, you can do that. So now we're going to put the sight word cards, because it's hard. We want to make sure that he's not just, hold on one second, honey, okay? We want to make sure that he's not just remembering this as he sees it in a group of words in a sentence. We want to make sure that he knows the words themselves. So now I deconstruct it, and we put one word on each card. And these are called sight word cards just because you have to know them by recognizing them. They're not as easy to just sound out. It makes no sense, for example, that we have an E on that one. So now let's read the sentence in the deconstructed part. Can you read this now?
I have a plan.
Good job. So now, Dash, what we're going to do is I'm going to mix up those words. Okay, I'm going to keep the sentence out.
Mommy,
Yep.
I want to do that thing like you make those in a pile,
Yeah.
and I do like I
Yes.
have.
Like where you see how many of them you know. So we're going to start up. We're going to do that. Right now I'm going to leave the sentence out, and I'm going to leave the word card out for the new word that we added to a sentence. And just these words are in your sentence. They're not the whole sight word group card that you know. These are just the sight words that are in this sentence. So let's see if you know them just from this sentence. And you can look back at the sentence if you want to. Nice job. So I'm not going to add those quite yet to your whole group of sight word cards. Okay? This is a new sentence. And look, I have another similar sentence. We're going to learn 2 sentences today. Can you look at the second sentence? So I want you to just read if you know that. If you don't know it, I'll read it because it's a word in blue, which means they're my words.
Out, out.
Okay, see
Have
the,
the
and this is that new word card we pulled in.
fan.
See the fan. So I have the deconstructed. I drew a little arrow. Do you see that arrow on top of the E?
See?
Because when there's two E's together, I put an arrow there to make you remember that it makes the long E sound. Can you say E? It just keeps going and going and going. So now you just have to add the front sound.
See?
E. Fan. See the fan. It's pretty similar to this one. So now I'm going to have you look at all the sentences that you've got so far. Okay, we can put that one away. Okay, we're going to put these at the end and see if you can do them at the end. Let's see how many sentences you know.
I have a mug.